This video is a compilation of two YouTubes I put up earlier in the year and a third instalment I've just made. I've taken down the earlier two YouTubes and put them all together into this one compilation to show progress over time. Unfortunately, I didn't film the initial pruning of the conifer shrub, which cost 20 pence originally, but you do see everything after that. So, I haven't been doing bonsai for that long, and I'm still basically at the stage of buying bonsai ready-made from garden centres. And this is when you've seen on another one of my videos about deciduous bonsais in the winter. So this is what I thought was a Zelkova, but somebody in one of the comments has said it might be a Chinese plum, which are commonly missold as Zelkova. Anyway, that's not the point. All the work here has been done for me, this shaping. This has all been done. I bought it like this, and I've just been basically pruning it, repotting it. It's a bit out of shape at the moment because it's winter, and I'm not going to start chopping it around until the growing season starts. But yeah, so this is pre-made bonsai. So when I say I do bonsai, you might argue I don't really. I buy pre-made bonsai. So I'm just starting now to move on to actually try to make bonsai myself, and I'll show you an early effort. Just move that to one side. So in a garden centre I saw a conifer looking pretty sorry for itself in a large pot, and this is a Thuja occidentalis, or fire chief, and it was spilling over the edge of the pot and was mostly dead, and they were selling it for 20p. Now the original price was £7.99, so they were selling it for 20p. It was headed for the composter basically. So I thought, right, I'm going to get that, see what I can do with it. And I thought I'd make it into a tumbling shape, but in the end, when I just found the main stem, chopped it up, chopped everything off it up to here to make a trunk, and then it's still not finished yet obviously, but I've chopped it all back. I chopped most of the plants away, and I've created this so far. Obviously there's more work to do, and I've had to actually tie a string around here. So I've actually started the first time to do a bit of shaping. I haven't wired a bonsai yet, but I'm hoping these branches will hold up here, and you can see the effect of after. This is not finished yet, but so this is a created bonsai from a tree I don't know anything about. I just went with the form I had, went with what I was given, cut away all the dead wood, saw what was left, and I've created this. So still at very early stages, but this is just evidence that actually you can really create a bonsai out of any plant, really, any tree or any appropriate plant that looks like it will tolerate it. So yes, early days, but I'll be tidying this up soon and seeing if the tying up has helped to hold this up. You can see the shape I'm after, kind of windswept shape. But yeah, just started on the work of actually shaping bonsai, and it's amazing to see a little form like this come out of something that was just basically about to go into a wood chipper, which they were desperately selling off at 20 pence. I like that. I like that something like that can become something that has a fresh life. So why not give it a go? You know, what have you got to lose? Quick catch up on the Thuja occidentalis, or fire chief. Very cool. I thought this would be a cascader at first, and I still think it might be, but I have tied this branch up to see if I can get it to stick up a bit more, because it's tending all to settle below this crown here, and this has also been tied up just to give it some lift, but possibly it'll all end up cascading down anyway. I suspect it's all going to end up as a cascading plant anyway, which is fine if that's what it's meant to be. But I'm just seeing if I can give it some height above here. I'm not using wiring exactly. I'm just going to see if I could just give these couple of branches a bit of a lift. So it's a quick catch up on that one, but it may well be that we'll end up cascading over the side anyway, and that's absolutely fine. If it does, it's going to use little fiery ends to the branches, and it's now being kept outside. So it's now 23rd of June. This is the third part of the compilation video that I've made out of the first two I put up, which I've now taken down and put into this overall video. This is how it's doing, and it's getting some shape without being tied up. Getting these lovely fiery ends, which I think gives it the name Fire Chief. But also something I started doing, I wanted to hide this crown here. That was a little bit too obvious, so I started rearranging branches that were growing underneath others, just trying to pull things up a bit. Anything that was being held down, I just rearranged them on the other side of branches, and as a result we're now getting a bit of growth above that crown, which is exactly what I want. I don't, you know, it's going to retain this windswept look to it. I may take this off later, this bit, but it is starting to now hide that crown, which was a bit too obvious, and it's a nice look to it. I want this wild look to it, but again I don't want it to be too obvious what I've done, and eventually this growth here will hide this and get some height through this area here. A tiny bit of height, don't need too much. So yes, definitely another success, I think.